The place you seek is just ahead at the Corophor's Grot. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient aether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Water. On the moon. Look at the planet. Of course, gonna see. Yes, here we'll do nicely. The lunar spongon draw aether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At the present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argus to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the spongoi along? Huh? Alright, let's see, what is it? What is it? Oh, is it? In the flesh, he seems glad to see you again. Oh, a most fascinating creation of Heidelings. Would you not agree? Sure. Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on him. Though I assure you, it was no reflection which accompanied you early to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for everyone. Oh, indeed. I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... Ah! Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. She's so beautiful. I believe you are all ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Chasm? Your destination is the structure that there across the cradle of darkness. But climb onto Argo's back, and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together, you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways. Oh, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Ah. Our allies assurance not white standing. Which word is that? We cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be the best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Tancred and Uyander wait here. Oh, oh! A modifier yet permeates from the crater. Ooh. Remains of Zodiac, most like. Oh, I'm going down. Oh, there is a door. Oh, am I going to that? Oh, nice. I find the name of this map to be very appropriate. The structure is enormous, thought that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amoro team. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let us head inside and. Oh. Oh. Most intriguing, a means by which he conserveth energy. Mayhap? Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account. Helpful as he's been. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him awaiting overlong. Oh, I can ride Argos? Really? I'm not gonna be there. Wow. Look at the size of that. I like this music. It's gonna happen.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
That's right. Ah. No, the music. Ah. No.
Look lively, everyone! I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance, for Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Etheris to safety!
Oh.
Our time has come, my friends! much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate, and don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris.
Oh.
Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Maybe no, hope no.
Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
It must be the Loporrits mentioned in the Watcher reports. Not at all what I expect, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader. Thought we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. Can I jump here? Am I gonna die? Ah! Oh! The leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singaway is the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. On the creepiest, cleanest air for the people of Earthiris. And that's a promise. Come on. Leader, no. You sleep away. My job is. Perhaps I'd better ask. Ah. I love them. Found it. What in the hell? When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Me? Oh, yes, of course. I was the only one around here capable of doing anything properly. It falls to me to take charge of the others. Well, wow, looks like you picked us here. We are friends, I take it. Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children? What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all. Thought perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter. You need to worry your pretty little hats. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing about gramping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run along back toward the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There is no wrong way to reach it, but it's the largest glowing ball at the center. If you should find yourself lost, I shall gather the others and meet you there. Alright. Back to the upper floor.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporrits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Etheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw.
Ah.
Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Etheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here, we have Etheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Etheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
Ah.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Etheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Etheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star.
Really?
Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Heidelin. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers.
More. Já tá na hora já.
We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak.
For everybody on Earth there is?
While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
What? There is. But they say as much as we can.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon? Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher? Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Etheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
Like a Bible?
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it? Building Way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy.
Huh?
Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
They lived on the Red Moon along with the Lunarians and Behemoth. Ah.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Ah.
Yes,
This is
yes, in due
this is
time.
amusing as
I'd like
this
to hear
leads
more about
into
you.
the side
Just
90
the same,
dungeon.
I'd rather
This
not risk any other complications
milestone.
due to outdated knowledge of our passengers to be.
Ah. Also check out the Barney. Just this next. Thank you. Right then, now that we're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us and all the terrible grandeur. So it's imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post post haste. Post haste. And address it we shall. Here's at the Best Ways Bureau, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced a myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with food stuff? Meet me at the Carol tour, and we'll see about filling your bellies. Oh. The other side. No. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we received. Why? I've practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered easy of growth and production. You do not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Famished? Hop along the platforms here and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. that are current. Rainbow colored assortment of carrots. Which carrot will you choose? The unassuming orange, peculiar looking blue, vibrant yellow, the ominous crimson? Take a moment to reconsider. I'm gonna take the vibrant yellow. While it has no peculiar smell to speak of, the yellow variant is unusually light and spring. These qualities, together with its excessive length and girth, would lead anyone to question whenever it is indeed a carrot. Let's say no. From frown to tip, no scratches or blemishes mar this immaculate specimen. Nevertheless, if not for its excessive length and girth, one might think it was an ordinary carrot. Peculiar. The blue variety is extremely supple to the touch and smell, vaguely of mint. Its excessive length and girth only adds to the dubiousness of this so-called carrot. No. I like mine. This one. This, yeah, sure. Sure, why not? On second thought, you would like to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it will be prudent to ask cooking away whether it is safe to eat first. There you go. So, did any of our selections set your mouth to water? This one. Oh yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Eat. Eat! With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. You snap off a piece of the carrot. Enjoy its crunchy texture. A righteous confidence surges within you. A certainty that you are the center of the universe. That all creation in a story and you the star. Is a story and you're the star. Okay. Loved and perfect and special. A good worthy of worship and prayer. Or, at the very least, a second roll should the dice treat you poorly. You suddenly feel the thought Nehemiah's wheel is spinning in your face. Aww. Oh, so cute. What did you think? Unlike anything you ever tasted? The lucky carrot is, well, to be honest, we're not quite sure how it was first made. A happy accident. A happy accident, you might say. But as the name suggests, after eating one, you feel blessed with good fortune. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. Ah. And why did you seem so disappointed? If they are lucky somehow, we need to know. I think it too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and now else. If I may ask, what exactly did this collaborator share with you about cuisine on Eteris? Surely you were aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate? Of course we are, but well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first. So imagine our surprise when they sent a amount of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for the encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where it began. And so we decided rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling, and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency and what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named the cooking way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, cooking way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named into Old Tongue, you know? That otherwise impenetrable parlance, the water speakers. After we receive a great sum of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learn in your language adverbs, gerundios, present, continuous verb, conjugations, just the basic. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore, this we enter. This how do I say that? Kind deems such a change necessary. When the rest of your people arrived, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. We'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. Oh, look, nice phrase. I hope our critics, such as they are, were helpful to you. Thought if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from eateries as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots of the menu. Purple carrot toots. Ah, skill, speed, vitality. Oh. Use the ear to show you more of the moon's wonders. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Here we are, the apparel production station. It usually employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinity wisdom, blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people possess. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with details another time. Or 6, can't remember well. Oh, okay, Lucas. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized aether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extras V's we need. Vice. How resourceful. Oh, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your choosing profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourself known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Oh, it is you, one of the visitors from Etheris. Goodness me, mapping away wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Alright, you're here to try on the set of clothes, yes? What would have me fashion for you today? Ah, this one. Fashion, right? There's no wrong answer. This will only take a moment. I think this is pronounced as V's. V's. E-E's. V's. Oh, look at that. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion on Etheris. But no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine assembly. Ensemble. Perhaps you can start a new trend. Would you look at it? Speechless. And there I thought you may not like it. If you mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to help you. Wear these garments in order to progress. You change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garments change area of effect. Speak with the restless Loporrit to restore or prolong the garment change. Alright. Surprise me. I think I can handle that. Let's see. You should do. Let's see. Say of my best work yet. You're a strange one, aren't you? I honestly wasn't sure what to do when you didn't ask for anything specific. I take my work seriously, however, and I'm never one to disappoint. That ensemble. No, it's a W sound, not a V sound. Wees. Ah, you not say this. It's wees. Wees. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Want to go and show livingly. I'm sure she's eager to see what we come up with. V and U in Latin were the same letter. Oh, pronounce it U. Okay, stay with these clothes. Gotcha. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. You didn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we Loporrits in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creation. Oh! Sorry to have kept you waiting. They insist we sample all of their concepts or we return. Oh my god. Verily, even an assemble most becoming. I think it's past time we return this clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The water taught us that, in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do the otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern tastes by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but please, you must be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris? They will most certainly have need of your attire. This clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it's of inferior make. But there are others whose choice may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we underestimate our complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we received, I doubt we would have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you disservice, trying to shower you with our bubbles and frippery, thinking it was for the benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did they account for the reflections of the source as well? Not that I am aware of. We were born of Hadrian's love for Aetherius, and the salvation of the people on the star. And that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Live away. Might we have leave to explore Bestway's burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. See you later then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wished to speak with you about. Let's be off them, shall we? Hmm. Oh, my apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Ethereus. And I wanted to see what all the fuzz was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if people on Ethereus refuse to come? What if we can save them? It's clear we made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you understand how wonderful the moon truly is. I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Away? By the way, see you soon. Growing Away. You're here. You're really here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Hestia. Cricky. Even your name are amazing. Oh. Well, Hestia, we will be using the teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready. Ah, it's the inns?
Ready in the teleporter. Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Ah! Mhm.
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Ethereus are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work.
Oh.
Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Mm. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've routed the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it though. You really wouldn't like it. Ooh, level 88. How? Ah, teleporter. Ah, nice. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I care to admit. Each time we wake up, we'd have long discussion about how to save as many of you as we can. Not everybody. Felt like everyone had an opinion of this or that. But the other thing we all agree upon was that the people of Etheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. We already had a look around the curatorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at east end of the borough. Follow me. Good you're here. Thought this door is greatest in this way. It was named as such because it's the valley to end all valleys. The most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Etheris enjoy taking leisurely walks through the natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain this way. So, what did you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? Ah, you're pulling me in my tail. You're in the forest right now. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we never see trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by your collaborators was a quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as they would find in a forest of Aetheris. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. Enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of re- relax, relax, relaxation. Whenever I come up here, you look like you could do with a stretch yourself. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. Aside worth the many years spent building this place. If it is not too much to ask, it always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from my dreams. Could we maybe? Alright. Gonna accompany me. I was thinking that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hadlin gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion system capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respect it is. But it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion system were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need for 4,000 years to make it all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create the infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a scratching halt. When that bizarre red satellite was sent up of Atheris, the elegance mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous howling that day. Hmm. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact they are massive crystals and not trees. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres, along with the device fixed near the ceiling. They fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield the earth from the energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvatures. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. Well, they think about a lot of stuff. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion system and 9 p.m. PST is what time here. The propulsion system and inhabited facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago. And with that, the most important features were fit for purpose, which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetheris. Then we were a few more rejoins, and become increasingly difficult to converse Hydaelyn. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether. We beseeched her to find people on Aetheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. With the exception of routine inspection and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Go to get dinner, Lurk. Alright. Power Positive. Thank you for stopping by and stay here for a while. Appreciate it. Have a great dinner. Bon appetit. Hopeful Hydaelyn wouldn't find someone who would help us.
I can't believe I got fired from the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off.
Eventually she did and thought her power was waning, and we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens, and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with that, we thought them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, We learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And how with here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like greatest and Endsville. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it means a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour. A shame we missed it. Going away, I've been looking all over for you. Ugh. Oh, this is about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can imagine why you would need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now, come along, go away. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? You spent 12,000 years preparing for this? With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still, it remains to be if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. However, these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate the people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision of forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. That will not be necessary, if you excuse me. It is clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetheris is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our word and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Back to old tricks. Ooh. Did the ranger seem strange to you? More so than unusual. Usual? I mean, I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I say I wasn't worried. To go and see if he's alright? So and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps we can catch up to him. Appears to be heading towards the entrance to Gasway's portal. Ah, yeah. Oh, it's too close. Shit. Ah, he's running. Oh, okay. That's complete.
Thine arrival is timely as ever. Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume? 'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity? When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbritter, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
Oh.
selfish wants born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Yeah.
Sage counsel indeed.
Hmm.
I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrits proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears and had bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
Hmm? In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own, a plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May I say, for there is no guarantee of success. This is the reason I set out alone. That failure, should it come, would be mine to be alone. Yet thou standest before me with profane hand and open heart. Thou be remiss of me to refuse the amity. And so I ask, wouldst thou join in my endeavor? I don't have anything better, right? No. I thank you there for accompanying me. This is a simple plan. In truth, we shall not be a long way from Bestway's Bureau. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days. But I nevertheless believe we all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Etheris. To make clear our resolve to the Loporrits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. The nether current here. North. It's right here. Evidence of the spawn. Excellent. A chance to spy this aggression when crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by no mo, I believe this shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic required considerable concentration. However, may I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform in incantation? Oh. This is a sign of potential treats. That would be a good opportunity to see how we will fare. This done. A Magitech ink. Every ounce as infectious as crafted by the normal. Rare is in the occasion, I would conjure mine on, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of the preternatural properties, but hue is one of my own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Thank goodness, I thought you had been eaten, or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Jula has been looking all over for you. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, there even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Hesse alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Ranger. But we're not. It just so happened we need your help with the errand. Delivering a package from the Watcher's place to Bestway's burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporrits, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. No, that won't be necessary. Your help should more than suffice. And I'm sure you don't want to risk getting on Isola's bedside by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now off with you. I shan't be long. We thought you would be away for far longer. A dire emergency? I say no such a thing. But as you were here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running away, a companion of growing aways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there is a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here and maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice. Well, if it's really that important, we can try using these balls of moose flesh. Not to be confused with the other thing. Running away's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'd have no trouble finding him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Crude, but if it proves effective. He was here in the greatest ends Vale when last I saw him. Let us split up and find him. Split up. Got you. I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? I am highly knowledgeable about the final days. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? If we got time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the great voyage. It's true that Heidelin did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other Loporrit around here. Less probably. That's why you don't play yes, no, Lucas. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help, but if there's nothing else, I will keep. I'm off. I'm so tired. How did you fare? So he knows no more than the others. Can't you explain yourself, really? Well, you see, I misremember it. Yes, that's it. I misremember it. Terrible sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank though. Try as I might, can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assuming you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he will be returning? Oh, he's away. A master's place with living away? Between going away, sending lapse of memory, and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me, yes, I remember. The information we're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining of the final days. O que eles podem fazer com o Urianger? Grace finding with nervous energy, but it is from excitement or worry. Oh, what to do? What to do? I promised living away I would help it. No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I would do. The achievers are on the second floor of the main plaza. The eastern wing, follow me. I suspect the Loporrits are up to something, really. But if there's out to be learned of the final days, I think it's best we play along. For now, at least. The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. Sleeping away, I am. I guess we just have to go find whoever has the key. Fair enough. If you have enough else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can't ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Atheris. And we were running out of the time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Oh, so that's Living Away's game. Run us about in circles and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except to re-enter. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. If you misjudge us, going away, never have we decried the motion of using the moon as a means of escape. That same my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Atheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There is no room for if and maybes now. The people of Atheris will escape here to the moon. They will be safe and we will finally get to see all their happy, smiling face. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If a daily day will overwhelm us with sheer number, I say we knock this ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agree. Let us reconvene where Argos awaits outside. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sleep. I'm sleeping already. in the entrance. Okay. I went up here. I'm too sleepy. Too sleepy for this. I'm gonna sleep. I need to pay attention to the story. Oh boy. Too many reading. Reading. Can you do it? Alright, because it's gonna do a raid for Drain? She's amazing. She's a vampirina, right? They have a comic book. So fun. She's a very nice person. I haven't seen her on C22 and Anime Central, I think. Jeanne is sleeping away. Haha. Yes, I am. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much. Oh,
The man who invented Velcro has died. RIP.
Acid. Alright, Marin. Thank you. Thank you for hosting also. And thank you for keep us, taking care of my healthy on stretch and drink. I don't forget. I'm probably gonna stream on Wednesday. Maybe. I keep you guys posted on Discord. Don't forget our giveaway. If you don't put your name there, please do it. And hope to see you next time. Appreciate you guys. Kisses. Love you all. Bye.